also, I traveled for a camping trip, like I told you guys. I live in Pennsylvania, and I went to upstate New York. Pretty much the whole trip there, I had pretty good coverage. At some areas in the highway, there just was no coverage whatsoever. It wasn't because of AT&T's fault. It was mostly because in that part of the highway there was no signal towers, because even my wireless phone service had no signal at some points, which I have at Verizon Wireless. Overall, my impressions for with the 3G services, it's pretty good. The coverage covers a lot of different areas, and the speed is very quick. What I would have to say about the iPad itself, what are the cons and what are the pros? Well, first off, yes, you can't really compare it to a netbook. The average user for a netbook slate like this, and if they don't use any CD drives, or they don't need any extra USB ports, what they pretty much do is basically search the web, check their email, check their Facebook, their Twitter, their MySpace, what have you, if people still use their MySpace. But pretty much this will replace your netbook if you're just an average user searching the internet. Though Apple does not like to support Flash, so you will be ending up to not able to view most web pages. There is one alternative way to look through those web pages if you would like. This app is only made for the iPhone. It's called Cloud Browser. Now, I'm pretty sure this is free. If not, I will put it in the description how much it costs. But basically, it's an app that enables you to view Flash videos, Flash games, Flash pages. So say if you're looking up a site and it's really vital that you have to view it, but the Safari browser does not view it, you would like to go into Cloud Browser, and sometimes it's hard to log in because so many people are using it. This is because the message says here, all servers or anonymous users are full, please try again later. So you have to keep pressing login. Eventually you'll log in there. I'm not really going to sit here and try to show you, but that is one of the cons of the iPad. My thoughts really are, if you're the basic user and you just browse the web and you want to type up papers or respond to emails, this is pretty much for you. There's one thing I would recommend if you guys don't want to spend several $100s on this device. I would not recommend going to the 3G model of this iPad. I would recommend to get the Wi-Fi, whatever model you would like to get, 16, 32, or 64. Then I would buy the Sprint Overdrive or some other Wi-Fi device and pay around $40 to $60, what have you have, and connect it to there. Or say if you're going to get the new iPhone 4, pair it to your iPad, or you could get the Sprint Evo 4, which also is 4G compatible, not everywhere, but will be, or you can get the Motorola Droid and pair it. I wouldn't really say, bottom line, I wouldn't really say get the 3G model. I only got it because it is the cheapest way to get unlimited internet everywhere you go. Now, AT&T claims unlimited. There really is a cap. They cap it up to 5 gigabytes, and every gig you go over, they charge you. I'm pretty sure it's $10. Don't have my word for it, but I'll put that in the description as well. Now, as for most disappointing thing when I got my iPad is, I've been waiting for a while, and it's been a few months or a couple months since the iPad has launched, and they have not made a Facebook application for the iPad. So you have this annoying 2 times Facebook for Facebook for the iPad, and it just looks like crap. People want to know what double times what it looks like on the app, and it just looks horrible. I wish Facebook would launch a new application, because mostly what I do on this iPad is check my Facebook and my emails. Also, the YouTube application, I would just, excuse my language, but the YouTube application is shit. Most of the time, iPad users claim that it will just log you out of your YouTube account like constantly, and I have been going through these. I haven't gone through these problems before the firmware update 3.2.1, but after I got it, it kicked me out about 10 times since this morning and around 8 o'clock since I updated the firmware. Now, I'm not sure if that's a new bug to the new firmware that's fixing the Wi-Fi connectivity, but it's definitely a problem for me, and it's really annoying. Now, they did kind of tune up application from the iPhone. You know, you can have your My Videos tab, you have a History tab, which I'm pretty sure is not in your iPod and iPhone YouTube application. You have, I think that's pretty much the only difference. When you load your videos on the Wi-Fi connection, and I have files in a really good connection, and signal all around my house. It's just that the videos take a long time to load, and sometimes you would have to exit them out and go back in them to load it. So I wouldn't really recommend watching YouTube videos on your iPad. A lot of people said when you're on YouTube and you connect to 3G, the quality changes drastically. Now, I would say that's very true. It really depends how good your 3G coverage is where you are. I tested this a few times, and sometimes the quality is not that bad on YouTube for 3G connectivity. But when you're like really traveling on the road in a car, it's just shit. And the same thing for Netflix. When you're traveling, you think you're going to have at least okay quality to watch your videos or movies, what have you, and it's really not. How would I rate this iPad for 10 stars? I would give it about an 8 out of 10. Why would I say this? Number one, I am very disappointed that they didn't have a camera on this iPad. Now, I can understand why Apple would not do this. It's because they're focusing this to become a business device and a school device, replacing books, and hopefully getting rid of the Kindle, which is crap anyways. That's a different topic, but Apple didn't put a camera on here for two reasons. Number one, which I just mentioned, because they want to be more professional and go towards school. And if they had a camera, schools are kind of shy of devices that have cameras now. And if you're in the business, it's totally inappropriate to have a camera on your, whatever you call this device for the businesses. But if you read in forums, a lot of businesses are buying many iPads, and it made them have to ship out more iPads in the next batch. Now, the second reason Apple did not put a camera is because they just want to make it more hype for the next iPad. I am very positive that they'll put it in the next generation of the iPad. Now, there are some cool apps on here which I don't want to show you because this is just a review on the device itself. Now, let's get through the hardware. I really thought they would add a few more buttons, which people would say that's kind of retarded to add more buttons to this device. But I just wish, there was more buttons to use, or maybe just another home button on this side to, be quicker. And I also thought they would add, putting the dock connector there, putting one there, on the side for using it in landscape mode, which I constantly use my iPad mostly on landscape view. And I can't really complain about this iPad. It's very well made. It's very good quality. It's fast. It has really good 3G speeds. It's just that there's some improvements they could have done, and I wish they did. This thing is not a big iPad Touch. Everyone's been saying it is, but really what it is, it's a souped-up iPad Touch that's enlarged. There is a 1 GHz processor that Apple made. It's called the A4. It does have 256 megabytes of RAM, which is twice as less as the iPhone 4, but it's really the double amount of RAM in the iPhone 4 doesn't make the iPhone 4 actually process the apps open faster. What it does is it enables it to edit the video. Now this would be my short review on the iPad. Please tell me if I missed something. This video is well over 12 minutes, and I'm gonna have to edit some crap out of here. But I hope you guys liked. If you have any more questions, I will make another video regarding whatever you had questions about. I didn't really go over the hardware that much because there's nothing really to go over. There's your home button, there's your volume buttons right here, there's your rotation lock, and there's a sleep button, and your microphone right there, and your headphone jack. There's nothing to really review. What I have to say about the build quality, very excellent. I hate to say this, or confess it, but I dropped this iPad twice, and the first drop was like about a 3-foot fall. Then the last one I did about a few days ago was about a 6-foot fall, and it's really crazy, but it's not damaged at all. And I had this case on, and it pretty much bounced. So I recommend getting a case if you guys drop things occasionally. And I hope you guys liked. That would be the review of the iPad Wi-Fi plus 3G model. Hope you guys liked. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. And peace.